Hello YouTube, and on this episode of the Rwdyaudi Taxi, you're going to see this engine get built before I leave for vacation. So, quick update. Here's what's going on. I just took these bolts out of the crank pulley here. If you ever want to take this crank pulley off, all you gotta do is take the bolts out of the center. They're 5mm Allen bolts, and there's 8 of them. There's these 2 little circles, little notches, one there and one there. When you line these back up, you have to line those up. The crank actually will set on those, and that's what'll keep it aligned. If you set it anywhere else, it's gonna throw your timing mark and everything else off. We're moving on to the water pump bolts, alright? And if you've never done the water pump bolts on not water pump, but this idler bracket here, there's 2 bolts there, 1 bolt there, but you have to line up the 3 holes in the water pump here to get to these two, sorry, not that one, but that one right there. You can see it? So the trick here is to take this one as far out as you can, and then take that one out, and the whole thing will just walk its way off. So I use an extra deep here. Oh, easiest time. This is just an idler, by the way, so we won't end up using this at all. Because my belt just goes alternator, power steering, crank, and that's it. And then I apologize for the video before. I'm going to try to figure out this and make sure I can get all the dimensions for the video the right way. So back to the important stuff. So here's what we got. This is my A6, my green A6 engine, which, so you know, is getting a LS put into it. I'm watching a little Cletus McFarlane tonight. So this is the upper lower oil pan. What we're going to do is we're going to whiz wheel all this off, flip it over, whiz wheel the other side. And then I already cleaned this side off on day 1. And I'll put some sealant down on there, and we'll put this on there. And then once this is mounted, we'll take this oil cooler off and put that oil cooler on. And the only reason we're going to put that oil cooler on is because I just put an oil cooler housing seals on that oil cooler like a month ago. So I'm going to take that off and swap them for convenience, because I know I have brand new seals there. This. Take these turbochargers off. We might go ahead and get the clutch off of there, because we can get it off. It's one less thing, and it can set off to the side, because obviously we're not gonna get it in there. So let me get back to work here, and yeah, we'll just cut back to a long time lapse. So here's my new update. The GoPro up here died. Not the end of the world, but I just want people to... I've never put a mile on this clutch. I pulled this motor, put this clutch on, went to fire this motor up. I don't know what happened, and that was it. It never wanted to fire. It's been ran hard. I mean hard here for 10 years. These turbochargers are OG Franken turbos. I'm not mad about this one bit. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this. This is just fun for me. But I just found it really, really funny that this has 0 miles on it. This has got more miles on it being towed down the road, because I took this car, my whole car, to Wookiees in the Woods back in April. Matter of fact, that's how long this car's been down. It's been down since just January, February, March, April. About middle to end of March, because I broke it. Last event I went to was the first Burnout King submission video that we did. You can check that out on my YouTube channel. But at any rate, moving on, we're gonna pull this clutch off here and keep going. So here we go. So back to this. Oh, you can tell. Oh, so this is something I like to do. I like to index my bolts, so I know when I take this all back off if anything moved or not. And being as this one never ran, hopefully they didn't move, obvious. So let's get this off of here, and I gotta go to the farm and get a couple. I can't get to that back bolt. Actually, let's just take the manifold off first instead. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just take the manifolds off. So get the flywheel off, and then we'll go after these turbo manifolds here. And we're back. Another update. We're still on day 3 this time. So that turbocharger's off. This one's getting ready to come off. I've got the coolant lines. I was trying to minimize my amount of removal, but it's starting to be a bear to get some things off with the engine like this. I should have left my engine stand here, but I didn't. So this one, also I needed the lower line off of this side because I donated the one off of that engine to Jordan because we cut his to put on an RX-7. So just know it's on there and it works fantastically, world. Alright, so where are we? We are ready to start unbolting this turbocharger, and we can put this quick DIY tip here I wanted to give you guys. Alright, we'll cut that last little bit out. Take a 5-gallon bucket, a $3 Harbor Freight brush, fill this thing halfway with diesel, and you can wash all of your parts off. Then you take a little bucket of soapy water, Dawn dish soap, gosh, it's good enough for the ducks, and just rinse it all off. It ain't nothing. And if you want to scrub it some more, you can, but which I probably could and get some more shit off. I ain't even gonna lie. I can probably scrub this some more, and just good old-fashioned Dawn dish soap. So, take care of the shit you're gonna abuse. That's what I got to say here. I think I'm gonna scrub this some more. See how much more I can get off of this. We'll go rinse it off. Let me do that. But I use the diesel a lot because, well, it's kind of caustic and it breaks stuff down. So that GoPro died up there, so I don't have any footage here. So here's what's going on. I got the engine stand over on its side. I just got done putting these tubes in. They're really, really easy to get in. Kind of a pain in the ass. But you line them up, give them a little bump, put some sort of lubricant on the seals when you pop them in. I should be able to, there, I can get this one out. And that one rotates. There you go. So you put this one in, just like that. And you want to make sure to lube these seals. Slide it around, give it a little bop. It's right in. And then we got to put our connectors in. They'll lock everything in. So where are they? There we go. Then you got that one right there. That one right there. And where's the other one? That one right there. There we go. So this just slides down and in there like so. It goes there. And this one goes right in there. And we'll torque those down. Alright, so I think this is day 4 we're on now of our let's prep an engine before we go on vacation mode. Corey decided to stop by because I've got some red top coils for him that I'm going to hook him up with, give that 2.0 a little bit hotter spark. It's a cheap free mod, people, and they don't go bad like the black ones. But in the meantime, we are on DIY mode. It is time to put some color down. Probably getting a little bit of shake cam action as I'm shaking this can. And we're gonna bake it. That's the trick here. This stuff will work. It will not scratch. It's gonna take some abuse, but you gotta follow the directions and have a friend that has an electric oven that don't care about it. Have a friend who has one that sits outside and don't use it, or do what I did. By the way, that's the same color we're going. They won't look that bad. Get a toaster oven. Put it in a toaster oven. 200 degrees for 2 hours after the paint dries, and it's going to cure up, and it's going to be rock hard. It's going to be like stone, like cheap version of ceramic paint. So it's easy to paint, guys. It's not hard. A little dust. Alright, so here's what we got going on now. I've got a toaster oven down here and a piece of corrugated steel that I have left over, and I've had the timer running for about an hour now, and I got a timer on my phone because this thing's got a little timer on it, but I got to turn it around. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around. The reason I'm doing this is if you bake the paint 200 degrees for about 2 hours, it'll cure like raw. It'll almost be like ceramic stone on the metal. It also helps make the paint get, watch out, Sparko, that's hot. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So, see if I can not burn myself here. This is like Easy Bake Oven 101 here for you. Alright, so I got that going there. It hangs out around 200. This is my setup. It's pretty cheap, pretty easy. You can also, if you go to Harbor Freight and get a powder coating gun, you can powder coat and then put it in this oven. Same exact principle. It's only for like 45 minutes though. Eventually I'll probably do that with some other parts, but for right now this is going to get me going. And once this paint cures, it'll take rock chips. It's not going to be as hard as powder coating, but it's definitely going to be, it'll definitely take some abuse. So, usually. I mean, if you scrub it with some gasoline, it might. Boils coming up. Hey guys, alright, so we're still on day 4 here. I got the valve cover done. Looks so good. I baked it in my little easy bake oven over there, which I showed you guys earlier. But so my garage is kind of a disaster zone right now, and a good friend of mine, Corey, which you guys have seen before on this channel, he lives around the corner. He's gonna come check on the house for me while we're away on vacation. So more or less, I don't want my garage looking like it went through a hurricane while he's coming and going, and I need to get this thing done. So we're gonna focus on tonight on trying to get the rest of the garage cleaned up, get this engine on, get the oil pan on. I got the oil pan gasket, swap the oil coolers, finish up the couple things here for the turbochargers. I got a package of all the new gaskets, which I've had sitting around for a while. So we're gonna put that on, whatever I need to replace. And the plan is to basically just have this thing ready. So as soon as we get back from vacation, we can just instantly go into strapping up the motor and putting it back in the car. We got mine, we got Jordan's to finish up, all for Race Wars. That's kind of what this week is all about. This week is, I get so tied up in all these other builds and all these other projects that I do for people, and it's like I don't take any time for myself. So my pre-vacation is building my motor. So I've always wanted to do this. I have, in case you don't know, I have gold charge pipes on my car, but I thought this would look really, really cool in here. Ignore the fact that I have my bracket on the wrong side of the car, but I thought that would look really cool in there. And then these are my couplers, so it'll stand out real nice and tall. And then my upper charge pipes. So give you an idea how old these these inlets are. That says Vast on it. If you don't know who Vast Performance is, you just don't know the Audi game. They have been around forever. They're like, so tonight's video is a little internship. The interns. So I'm going to stick the other GoPro. We're gonna turn it on, let this thing go time lapse, and I'm gonna clean up the garage, eat my dinner. You laugh at me. We getting ready to go on vacation, have no ranch in the house, so this is what I've been working with. We got some Chick-fil-A garden herb. We got some Jack in the Box buttermilk, some garlic herb ranch from Chick-fil-A, and some more Jack in the Box. So, dinner. Alright guys, peace. It seems like everybody puts RTV on this. So like, I for the longest time never thought there was a gasket for this even. And I recently was floating around Carpart and I found these for like $7, so I bought 6 of them. They're oil pan gaskets, just flat gasket. No need for any RTV. It's a dry fit and a crush, so it's pretty cool, I thought. Yeah, give it a shot here. For $8, I'd rather do that than put RTV on it. It's gonna be so much easier to clean up. So here we go. I'm gonna put this pretty beauty on there. So nice. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's actually really, really nice. I'm very happy with how it turned out. So we're gonna install it. Good morning, world. Today is day 5. It's our last day of engine building before we leave for vacation. And I think I've pretty much... Say hi, Colton. Hi. Say hi. You say hi. You know, I need that. There's no camera on the back of it, see? Yeah. You say hi to everybody? Say hi. Let me have it. Come on. So, today, there's a couple little things we're going to tidy up. We're going to bolt these bolts on here. We're going to get these ones tightened down. But I turned the camera on real quick because Street Speed 717 today. But alternators. Let's talk alternators here for a second. I've already got my ECS pulley on this one, as you can tell. But when putting an alternator on can kind of be a hassle. There's a little cap or bolt or nut, whatever you want to call this thing, right here. You can see it right there. So it looks like it was put in there by somebody, right? Well, good thing is it was. So if this slides, all right? It slides. So when you're trying to put the alternator in, it gets stuck easily. But if you take, see See if I can do this here with a hammer easily for you guys. Oh, did you get the socket you needed, Colton? He's always helping. So if you take and you hit this piece right here, just this little piece. See if I can do this without, maybe not, hold on. Oh, hold on. You want a ratchet? Do you want a ratchet? We got a ratchet. Here you go. Here's your ratchet. Put it on that side. Flip it over. Flip your socket over. Other way. Other way. Here. Use this end. Put that end on there. There you go. You good? So you see how it's flush now? What's wrong? Yeah. Yeah. You want it off? There you go. It's off. Don't put it in there. That's a dog food. He's a good. All the help in the world. Gotta love him. So this little bolt, this little nut here now. So if I put it up on the edge of here, just this tab, just this corner, and pop that out, and see it comes out a little bit. Well, this bolt, when you tighten it back up, when you put the bolt back through here, this will squeeze that back in there, and it'll torque it down for you. So it's pretty cool. A lot of people will try to fight them. Before I realized that this even did this, I ground these off a little bit. Should make it easier for you to put it in. Alright, alternator's installed. I did have to take this motor mount off of here on this side, and I took the charge pipe and a few things off, but that's here nor there. I do need to put those still on. We'll have to clean them up and put them in. Those are the lower outlet pipes. But something I thought was interesting is, at any rate, so I have these 034 Motorsports coil pack adapters. I've had these things forever. I took them off of an engine that I was, you know what, I don't even remember. It wasn't an engine. Where did I get these from? They weren't brand new. I got them used, but they're 034 Motorsports ones. They're fantastic. They really are. They're nice, thick. I've seen a lot of different versions of these now. So I have originally used the plastic ones that I found on eBay for like $16. They worked great. Never broken one. You see, there's all 6 of them still there. But my boy Jordan, he got the acrylic version. Looked just like these. Like I said, I don't remember where I got these, but I did acquire them someplace amongst all the parts I have. So we're going to put those ones on here. They're going to look way nicer. I am going to pull these valve covers back off. Whoops. And we're going to paint them yellow. What else was there? I think that's really it. We're going to put these on. They're really, really simple. Take 2 bolts. One there. One there. Grab that. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. And that's all you gotta do. You just put 6 of them in, and you can still get to your spark plugs. So that's kind of cool. Your coil packs will just slide down right on those, clip in, and everything's good and well. This you can run the red tops, or you can run black top coil packs. Alright. New update. The movie changed. We're watching Neighbors now. So while I'm in here, I'm replacing all the coppers and some of the crush gaskets from things. Pretty easy actually to do. These are called banjo fittings. So this is, I guess, would be the banjo, and then this is the banjo bolt here. It's basically a little bolt. It's got a couple holes in it. These don't take a ridiculous amount of torque, but they will get really tight. You gotta get these little crush gaskets off. There's always gonna be one stuck on the very bottom. It'll come off. I like to wipe my bolts off, so put that one on that side, and then you slide it through. Like that. And then let's see if we can do whatever. Now, also, there is a crush gasket on your oil pan drain plug that you should frequently change if you don't know that. That's a real thing, as I painted over mine. So then you just grab a 19mm wrench like this. And we'll give it one more just to... There we go. I guarantee you there's a torque spec for it, but I've tightened so many of these, I just know what tight is tight. I do have a Bentley manual out at the farm, so we could easily just get any torque spec we wanted. I'm just saying, I guess at the end of the day, you should. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you haven't already hit that like button, go ahead and smash that like button for me. If you like this video and you want to see more of them, subscribe. If you like Colton and his funniness, hit that like button and subscribe. While you're at it, hit the notifications bell and get alerted for all of our most current videos, right? Thanks again. Tune in next time. Peace.